Hello everyone and welcome back to another Beer-Lay Beer Review. Today is episode number 25 and we're going to be drinking the Old Tom from Robinson's Brewery out of England. It is a strong ale and it's claiming it's the world's best ale. Check it out today on Beer-Lay. Old Tom from the Robinson Brewery was first brewed in 1899 and named after the cat that roamed the brewery. Really a friggin' cat beer? Great. And it's claiming to be the world's best ale. Let's hope this isn't an elf definition of the world's best.
Package of sunshine and ravioli, macaroni, if you want the thing you love.
You did it! Congratulations! World's best cup of coffee. Great job, everybody. It's great to meet you. Hi.
So apparently this thing was crowned world's best ale by tastingbeers.com. Sounds prestigious, and according to the website where they also claim this beer to be the original craft beer, and where you can also find a list of famous cats. Alright, let's get this cat beer over with. Alright, let's look at this puppy here. It's a very dark color. There's a little bit red, a little bit of brown to it. Very, very dark though. Very, very, very dark beer. Aroma. So the aroma is, it's like dark fruit, so like plum and raisins. Get a little bit of caramel as well in there. Not a lot of head. It is an English style ale, so I'm not expecting a lot of frothiness. Let's see how this thing tastes. World's best ale, huh? It's not bad. It's not bad. World's best, I'm not sure about that though. Can't really say that it is going to be the world's best ale. It's got a nice dry bitterness to it. Very caramely. A little bit of like dark roastedness to it, but not like a stout or anything like that. It's not that extreme. The alcohol, not tasting a lot of alcohol, although there is 8.5% in this thing, so be careful if you're gonna drink more than one. I'm sorry, Old Tom though, I don't think this is the world's best ale. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it. I don't think it's the world's best ale. Although I'm not really like adverse in like, you know, English style ale. So maybe this is by definition of an English style like the world's best ale. I can't be the judge on that one just because I don't drink a lot of them. I drink the Victory Ale. What other English beers have I had? I had the Victory Ale. That was like at the beginning of everything. I had the Fuller's Black Cab Stout. And that was it. That was really it. So in regards to this and the Victory Ale, I like the Victory Ale a lot better than this. There's not a lot of like fruitiness to it. It's a very malty beer. Not a lot of fruity hoppiness coming out of this thing. But then again, you're not going to be getting like those really nice fruity flavors out of English hops. They're more kind of earthy and drier in flavor mostly. So just looking at this bottle real quickly here. It says that you're going to be seeing a dark chocolate color, which I would agree with. The smell is going to be either molasses and vinous fruit or Venus. Fruits that grow on a vine. And the taste is going to be warming, peppery, and rich. The bitterness is definitely there. I'm not sure exactly what the EBU is on this thing. It's not listed anywhere, and it also doesn't say on Untapped. I would guess it would be in the 30s somewhere. It actually, because this is a strong ale, 8.5% ABV, This is up in the realms of like a double or a triple Belgian, which oftentimes do have a very alcohol flavor, a stronger alcohol profile and a stronger flavor in that. And this doesn't really have that. This is actually hiding the alcohol quite well. It honestly smells a lot better than it tastes, I think. I think the aroma is actually really, really good. Like I'm saying, it was very, very pleasant, dark berries and dark fruits. So let's talk about more about this brewery. As I talked about earlier, the beer is actually named after a cat. Cool. But Robinsons, they're based outside of Manchester. I talked about this in the Victory Ale video. If you guys want to go see that, check it out up here. That is actually one of the most favorite reviews that I've done, not just because of the beer, but because of a lot of the things I learned while doing that review. And so Robinson, just like the brewery that brews Victory Ale, I can't remember what their name is, they also own a lot of inns, hotels, and pubs. And Robinson also owns 280 pubs and inns throughout Great Britain. And while these guys have been around for over a century, they are still claiming that they brew craft beers, which I guess that's a definition type of thing. Whether it's, like, can you really have been brewing craft beer since craft beer has been around? Wow, that would be really hipster for someone to say. That makes sense now. That actually does make some sense. All right, so these guys brew craft beer. The names are also quite fitting, like Wizard, Unicorn, and Mojo are some of the names of their other beers, as well as Old Tom. And marketing really is kind of a big thing in the craft beer world, so they're definitely hitting on that. I mean, to be honest with you, you pick out beers because they have a cool label on them. And while this doesn't have like a really cool label, I do like the fact that, and it's probably kind of hard to see with the lighting and just because it's really dark and everything, but there's actually stamped into the bottle, not stamped, they're cast. It's cast into the bottle. Robinson's Old Tom Strong Ale. So even if there isn't a label on here, you know where this bottle came from. There's actually like 3D texture to this bottle, which is pretty cool. The black and the gold outlay. There was also on the Victory Ale did that, and on the Fullers. I guess that's like an English thing that the English like to use a lot of gold on their labels. Someone correct me on that, please. Is gold some kind of a weird fetish thing for English beer drinkers? Is there any kind of reason to that? I don't know. Anyway, the Old Tom. This is actually, there's three. There's the original. There is the blonde, and there is the ginger. So I'm assuming the blonde is going to be blonde in color, and the ginger is going to be red in color. What else? Oh yeah, marketing. So up at the top, WBA World Beer Awards, World's Best Ale. You do have to have some creativity to branding your product, and these guys are definitely doing that. I mean, I saw this beer at Hopfen and Malls, the craft beer store here in Aachen, and World's Best Ale. Okay, well, I got to try that out because I could think that they might be trying to pull a quick one on me. Or if worst comes to worst, it's actually the best beer that I've ever tried. These guys also make the Iron Maiden beer. Iron Maiden came out with a beer. I don't know how long it was. I haven't tried it. It's called the Trooper. These are the same guys that brew that. So if you ever have had that, if you've ever seen that, Robinson's, well, here's your connection. As has been sitting here, it has been warming up a little bit. And you are getting a little bit more of those dark berries, more roasted malt type of flavors out of it. Despite that, I'm still not going to call this the world's best ale. But I think the reason is just because I'm not very familiar with this style of beer. I'm not a huge British or English style drinker. Not going to say that this is a bad beer. I think I enjoyed drinking this. It has not been a disappointment, but it's just not my style, so I can't really say that it is either good or bad. The aroma is great. This thing smells actually really good. I really like the smell of it, which is actually kind of backwards to some beers. Sometimes you get like IPAs that just smell like butt and they taste amazing. This thing smells really, really delicious, but it's really dry, I feel. And it's a very malty beer, which is weird because usually I do like malty beers. So the Old Tom, the original, the world's best ale from Robinson's Brewery. Out of Manchester area, England. I wouldn't say this is a good starter beer for people looking to get into the craft beer scene. If you do like British style ales, this is probably right up your alley. It's not up mine, but regardless, not a bad beer. I enjoyed doing this review, enjoyed drinking it. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time on Beer Lay. Cheers.